1947, one of the very first video games ever made was called an amusement device. You know, I love that, because that is exactly what it was. No deeper meaning, no ranked mode, no microtransactions. Just something someone built because they thought it would be fun. And I think that most of us started gaming for that exact reason. But somewhere along the way, that changed. And I don't just mean the industry changed, I mean we changed. Because I know for a fact that there are some of you sitting there right now scrolling your Steam library for 15 minutes. And it's not because the games are boring, but because nothing feels worth the stress anymore. And that is not a games problem. That's a you and me problem. And that is what we are going to talk about today. When you and your friends would load up your Minecraft server after school, or when you would play Left 4 Dead 2, shitting your pants at the crying lady sitting on the floor, or maybe trying to build the ice staff on Origins for the 99th time and still failing. You were not focusing on your KD, how many hours you have in a game to flex, or how many skins you had. No, back then, you were genuinely enjoying your time. And that is why you actually remember it. Do you remember all the solo tryhard games you played in Fortnite to get your win percentage up? Do you remember every ranked match you sweat through just to climb a few places on the leaderboard? No man, you don't. I was top 18 on the Fortnite Season 3 leaderboards in my country, and I don't remember a single game from that entire season. But what I do remember was the Minecraft server me and my friends had. I remember spending 4 days trying to figure out what a port for word is so we could stop using Hamachi. And I remember Black Ops 2 custom games. I remember Battlefield 3 when we would find knife-only servers on the server browser and run around stabbing each other. Ask yourself, what makes you nostalgic? Are you gonna sit there in 8 years and think, oh man, I wish we had slide canceling. What a fond memory. Let's be real, you won't. You won't miss your rubber duck skin. You won't miss daily challenges. You won't miss leveling a weapon up to level 55 just to get a barrel that is 0.00% better, because the things that actually stuck with you never had anything to do with any of that. But before we get into all of that, I need you to think back to the very first game you actually loved. Not the game you have the most hours in right now, not the game your friends are playing right now. The first game that made you think, okay, I get why people do this. For me, that was Battlefield 3. I was maybe 10 years old and I just received the game in the physical mail because you had to install games with multiple discs back then. And my older brother had just built me my very first gaming PC. And I remember loading it up for the first time and just sitting there with my mouth open. I didn't care about the KD. I didn't care about the unlocks. I just wanted to be in that world. And that feeling, that specific feeling, is exactly what you are chasing every time you boot up a game now. You just don't realize it because everything around you is telling you to chase something else instead. Think about what actually made your favorite gaming memories. Was it the progression? Was it the unlocks? Or was it something way simpler than that? Exploring somewhere new, figuring out something on your own, or just losing track of time with people that you liked? Because whatever that thing is, it's still in you. You didn't lose it, you just stopped looking for it. Because the games you're playing now aren't asking you to look for it. They're asking you to look at the battle pass instead. So ask yourself honestly, when was the last time that a game made you feel the way that your favorite gaming memory did? And chances are, you can't even remember. And that is not a coincidence. For I do not the good I want to do, but the evil I do not want to do. This I keep on doing. We as humans have always done things we know aren't good for us. And gaming is no different. I have unlocked dark matter camos in every single Call of Duty game ever since Black Ops 3 came out. And every single time, I stopped playing the game the moment I got it. I've even called in sick at work to grind camos. And for what? To do the exact same thing next year? I knew it wasn't fun, I knew it wasn't worth it, but I did it anyway. So don't feel guilty or stupid because you are not alone in this. But you cannot change what you've already done, and neither can I. The only thing you can change is what you do next. What actions you take to correct the things that aren't good for you. And the only person who can do that is you. Only you have the opportunity to make better decisions. Only you have the ability to choose a healthier way of gaming. And so this is where I need you to put on some reality glasses and listen up closely, my friend. Because what I'm about to tell you won't be easy to accomplish. Even I am struggling with this to this day. You need to treat gaming for exactly what it is. a hobby, okay? For most people, gaming is just a temporary escape. Keyword temporary. Something to take our minds off things and just wind down. Just like some people like to draw, run, work out, or go fishing. No wonder you're stressed out of your mind when you stress all day at school or at work only to come home and stress over a whole nother world demanding just as much attention from you. Listen, man, you don't have that much attention to give away. What is the worst that can happen if you don't complete the battle pass? What is the worst that can happen if you don't win at least 80% of your games? What is the worst that can happen if you play the game with a weapon that's not meta? I'm not saying stop playing or stop caring about them. I'm saying don't let them affect your mental state, because I know how easy it is to slip into that without even noticing. When Arc Raiders came out, I caught myself doing exactly that. I felt this pull to grind out every single blueprint, max out Scrappy, upgrade all my workbenches, and I was so locked into that I'd spend entire rounds just hunting for the crafting materials. I wasn't killing arcs, I wasn't grabbing loot, I wasn't getting into gunfights, I wasn't even talking to anybody. And when I finally had everything maxed out, I stopped playing the game. Just like that. Because the only thing keeping me there was the grind. And once it was gone, so was I. That's the trap. Our brains get conditioned to only find the grind worth doing. And somewhere along the way, we forgot how to actually play a video game. And that is much harder to shake than people think, both right now and in the long run. Video games were made to be entertaining and amusing. Treat it accordingly if you want them to feel fun again. Just this last weekend, I hosted a LAN party with my best friend, and we spent an entire weekend playing Raft. The game isn't new, it's not trendy, and it peaked years ago, but he had never played the game, and we had the time of our lives. We spent probably like 5 hours just trying to find sheep so that we could get wool, only to find out that sheep aren't even in the game. You actually have to get wool from llamas. But during those 5 hours, we got to explore the world, figure out new mechanics, and most importantly, we made some memories that I know we'll both be talking about for a long time. And that's what gaming is and should be about. And if anything in this video made you realize that, I would be honored if you would hit subscribe and maybe even watch one of my other videos. I want to make gaming feel fun for people again, one video at a time. Now it's time for you to go and have some fun. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye now.